I am a great lover of tea. Green tea, black tea, but my favorite tea is the Shadow and Bone teaser. Hi everyone, my name is Polina. Welcome to Polina's Pages. Here on my channel we laugh, we complain, we cry about books from classics to YA. If you've clicked this video, you've probably read the title, seen the thumbnail, you know what we're talking about, the Queen's new release, Rule of Wolves. And yes, so at the beginning of this video, I'll just talk a little bit about where to start with the Grishaverse for those of you who haven't read anything. And I mean, like, this video has no spoilers at all, but at the very end, like 30 seconds or so, I'll rage about some of the things that happened that include King of Scars spoilers, but that's towards the end. Anyway, this is a safe zone. Timestamps in the description box, but first let's just make sure we're on the same Polina's Pages. I literally could not resist. But okay, what's coming in 22 days with my fangirling? It's the new Shadow and Bone series, of course. Why are we here to watch the video? I mean, either you're looking to dive into the Grishaverse before it launches, or you just follow me on BookTube, which is nice, thank you. But yeah, anyway, let's watch this video and you
and I are going to change the world.
That was my Darkling impression.
Oh, yeah.
Can you feel it? Today I'm like high on energy, and it's all because of Rule of Wolves and all because of Nikolai. This morning I rolled out of bed and I was like, I can take on any wyvern. I can take them all. I can go like, Rule of Wolves, let's go! That's a motivation time. So, okay, Grishaverse. Basically, it's this book that's loosely based on Russia. Guess where I am, Russia. Okay, and there's like ordinary people and there's Grisha. It's the story like of how Grisha came to be like monsters because they have magical powers to the place where they are right now, which is in countries respected, but in some countries less so than others. Okay, you have to read the book for that. By the way, let me quickly display the map of the Grishaverse right here while I go ahead and talk about the three types of Grisha. There's the Corporalki, there's the Materialki, and there's the Etherealki. Corporalki is Order of the Living and the Dead, because you know, Corpus. Etherealki is the summoners, so they can summon like waves and wind and stuff. Cool, you know, it's fantasy. Okay, and then there's the Materialki. They can work, they're like the fabricators. They can work with metal and etc. and all of that, you know, they make something out of materials, Materialki. Okay, now that we've explored the magic system in like 1 minute or so, which by the way is fabulous, not my 1 minute brief, but the magic system, let's get talking about the actual books themselves. I'm going to display this picture right here. As you can see, there's a trilogy, 2 duologies, and 2 anthologies. The anthologies I have not read yet, but everything else, absolutely. I feel like my hair is so crazy today, and that's because I keep going like Rule of Wolves. My experience. I read 6 of Crows first, then the Shadow and Bone trilogy, then the King of Scars duology. Don't do that. Shadow and Bone goes chronologically first, and it doesn't really make a difference, but there's references to it in 6 of Crows, and I just feel like I would have enjoyed 6 of Crows more if I actually understood who the crossover people were. I'm sorry, this seems like such a shame. I really should have done my research beforehand. Okay, but like 2018 Polina is not the same as 2021 Polina. 6 of Crows is better than Shadow and Bone in everything except for pace. There, I said it, mic drop. Shadow and Bone is your typical YA that's filled with excitement and is bound to become your new fave because, like, come on, it has everything, the thrill, everything that you're seeking in your YA. But 6 of Crows is your filled with diverse, fabulous characters and an amazing plot and all of this, and it's just spectacular. It's a guaranteed new fave. It's the book that you won't stop raving about. It's been how many years? I don't know why I just did that. That looked so weird. I swear I know how to count. Okay, it's been 3 years and look, I'm still raving about it, and not just because the show is coming out. Like, I've been here thinking about Nikolai and about Cass and about all the crows since the day I read it. Then there's the King of Scars duology, which I promise I will get onto eventually. Let me just talk a little bit about the books themselves. I'll pull a Cass and do as little work as possible, pull out some illusions, pull out some tricks, but like, I get it. Maybe you're just here for the spoiler for your review of Rule of Wolves, so, you know, timestamps are in the description. Like I said, feel free to skip. Right, so what's Shadow and Bone about? It's about Alina Starkov, who's just a map maker, sir. Her regiment is attacked and she finds this burning power within her, quite literally. So she's taken to the palace and everything, and she must now do her best to protect Ravka against evil forces. Frankly, what am I doing? You watched the trailer, but if you haven't, what are you doing? Go watch it now. I promise you're not missing out. Oh my god, I just thought of something. It's so good. No, okay, it's really not that good. I am a great lover of tea. Green tea, black tea, but my favorite tea is the Shadow and Bone teaser. I'm so funny.
I'm just gonna cut the cameras.
6 of Crows. I'm going to attach a video that my friend and I made a long time ago. Like, okay, my memory is so bad, but like 2018 or beginning of 2019 maybe, we made that video. And it's basically just my friend Arena reading the book blurb of 6 of Crows while we act together, and it's acting 1,000, and honestly it's pretty funny, not gonna lie. I was debating whether to put it in because the scale of humor out there, but you know what? I think it's time for the world to see this.
A convict with a thirst for revenge. A sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager. A runaway with a privileged past. A spy known as the Wraith. A hearttrender using her magic to survive the slums. A thief with a gift for unlikely escapes.
Dangerous outcast. One impossible heist. Cast crew is the only thing that might stand between the world and destruction, if they don't kill each other first.
Okay, let's start the review. Rule of Wolves picks up right where King of Scars left off, and the very first thing that stands out for me from this book is the Chekhov's gun principle. So I'm pretty sure you know it, but basically every event, every small tiny thing that you mention comes together to make a story. I once heard this tip: know your character's desires and what they're willing to do to get what they want, and it'll be good, you know? And Lee follows this principle perfectly. There's plots, there's subplots, everyone has their own thing, it goes over, and it's excellent. But you know what? Rule of Wolves was a hot mess. There's so much going on, and the POV switching. Okay, while it does its part to link the story together, it switches so quickly, and you just really don't get the chance to connect with the people in the story. And I feel like there's just not enough time for you to spend with the characters, but you're forgetting something. The thing that's saving it is because if you made it this far, you love the characters, so you already kind of know them, which kind of erases the need for her to do all of this. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in that regard. Just honestly advise, read the books in the correct order. But okay, even with all this, not gonna lie, this book got me pretty emotional. So the thing here was, every page I found myself uncertain on how to proceed. I have ever really had this emotional attachment twice. One is with Donna Tartt's The Goldfinch, the characters there, and the second one is with this book. And you know, like, I really wanted to finish this book, like I couldn't put it down. I really needed to finish this book, but at the same time I couldn't bring myself to read it. Usually I was this close just reading it the first day, the very day of its release. I was this close to just like postponing my homework and doing all of that, but then I was like, I'm never gonna see these characters again. After this, it's gonna be a while until the next read with these characters, even if there's gonna be a read in the first place. So yeah, the review comes 3 days later. Comfort read maybe? Yeah, it's gonna be an emotional cleansing. Okay. Am I skipping over imperfections? Oh yes, definitely. Some of the characters change so much, and I can feel you lift an eyebrow like, time has passed, they're supposed to change, but it just felt that it wasn't Leigh Bardugo who wrote them. The banter was there. On the surface, it felt like the Leigh that we know, witty, humorous, you know, it had me laughing, but it just didn't feel like it was the same people. It just felt a bit flat. The love-filled dialogues that got me very angsty and emotional, that was all there. All that was there. In fact, I joked several times that I need a healer to put back the pieces of my heart, but it really wasn't a joke because the last 200 pages I was just crying all the way through. But even with all this, some characters were not themselves, and I got very mad. I was furious at the new edition. That's how furious I was. The newest edition, without any spoilers, was supposed to add thrill and spice. And what did they do? Absolutely nothing. He was just there to fulfill a deed and wrap up the book nicely. And you know what sucks? I can't even tell you who it is and rage about this character because not many people have read the book. Because other people are emotionally stable and can afford to put this book off for several days rather than only 3. Speaking of wrapping it up, the book wrapped up everything in a lovely blue ribbon. Okay, my puns need to tone it down to the level of the fold. Everything was neat and finished and problem solved, so you don't feel like there's a lack of space and a hole in your heart. I mean, there is, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But there was a space for possibilities and a space for something to come next. That makes me happy that there's a chance. I don't know why I keep doing this today. I feel like a chicken. My point is, it makes me really happy that there's a possibility that we'll get new books and Zoya and Nikolai will be there, but it's just that the rest of the characters, they, like, other than Zoya and Nikolai, they were written a little weirdly, and I'm not sure I want to read the other books, the next books, if they're like that. And yes, I am scared because I don't want Lee to murder anyone, but I'm most probably exaggerating. My hardcore Grisha stan just like murdered me, tried to murder me. But the thing is, like, if Lee published a fan fiction about Kaz and money, which is high-key 6 of Crows, I would purchase it and read it, as experience has proven. In fact, I will recommend it to a bunch of friends. By the way, watch out for those. April 23rd, baby. Okay, but like, back to the topic. Lee, I'm letting you off the hook right now because I needed some crows in my life. But I expect the next books to be with normal characters. I mean, with the same characters, but with characters we know and love. This book actually centered heavily around Zoya and Nikolai, and you know what? Zoya especially, impeccable. Mwah. Best character development I've seen. Zoya is single-handedly pulling my rating up to 5 stars on Goodreads. Zoya, just Zoya, one word, Zoya. So okay, I just complained about things that were wrong for the characters for like 10 minutes. But here's the thing. On the surface level, they were fine, much like the Darkling is fine. Anyway, what? But can I just say, before you go away and you think, oh my god, why did I watch this video? Now I don't want to read the book because all the characters are weird. No, enjoyability is still level 1000. It's still Leigh Bardugo. So yes. Can I just say that several times I expected the book to go one way and did, but then something completely unexpected happened and I just went gasp, gasp, gasp. Okay, yep, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, watch out for the TV show, go read the books, and just another thing, stay right now if you want like a tiny bit of King of Scars spoilers, and if you haven't read, go. Thank you for watching. But yeah, because I really don't want to spoil this next part. It's hugely important to something I want to say. So okay, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Spoilers, last chance. Bye. So you know how the Darkling is like brought back? Okay, I'm gonna say this outright. I'm a Darkling stan. Not a Darklina stan, but a Darkling stan. I did not love Alexander's representation in Rule of Wolves. I'm not petty enough to demote this book's rating because of that though. 4.5 out of 5 maybe. Like maybe a little bit petty. But the point is, it's still 5 in Goodreads. Okay, just final bits. Yes, this book definitely had its problems, because yeah, it made a lot of people mad. Zoya Light fans, Darkling fans, a whole lot of fans. But it wasn't a badly written book, honestly, and our favorites were still there. So you know, but that's just a fair warning. Thank you so much for watching this video and staying for this tiny bit at the end just to hear me rage. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't say goodbye. I should like at least try to promote myself and be a responsible booktuber. Okay, well, honestly, I really hope you liked it and you put a big thumbs up and a subscribe, because I do try my best, and like, yeah. Wait, thank you for watching and goodbye.